Hey friends, in this video I'll show you how you can stay on top of company news that may affect and create a sales opening for your business, and how you can then leverage those news to personalize outreach to all these companies as soon as the news occur. Now, for this example here, I'm using Trigify, and inside of Trigify, all I do is I click on Get Started and I upload a list of companies with a bunch of different websites and a bunch of companies that I want to track news openings for. At this moment in time, you can see over here, I have a sample size of about 220 companies that I imported. And all I did was I selected all the companies and then I clicked on enriched it based on triggers, news alerts, and specifically I filtered for office expansions, facility expansions, and new location openings. Now, as soon as I've done that, out of 200 companies or so, I've got about 20 or maybe 15 that I can see are either expanding their offices, their facilities, or just have a relevant trigger for us to use. As soon as one of those events occurs, there are two things that happens. First of all, we can send them directly into the Slack channel. And for me, it could be sent into the general channel, or it can be sent into the client channel, where the sales team gets notified that, hey, this news just occurred, so it's time to reach out to the company manually. That's the first option. Now, the second option, which is a lot more fancy, and hence I'm going to show it to you right now, you can simply integrate directly the news over here with Clay. And as soon as any of these events occur, all that happens right away is that we redirect all of those leads directly into this Clay table. Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on Export to Clay. As you could see just now, this table was empty a second ago, and let's see the magic that unfolds right now as soon as over 220 companies get added to this list. Straight away, we can see that the Clay table picks up all the news alerts. For example, over here, this company expanded their facilities to another state in the US. We then identify the new location, we identify the new country that they're expanding into. We then find people within the company, so we're able to pin down people that are either founders, CEOs, whoever else we want to reach out to in those companies. And then finally, we're able to generate some sort of personalized email. In this case, if I just give you an example, you can read it for yourself over here. So for example, it says, hey Mark, heard you're expanding facilities to Minnesota. I'm curious, would you be setting up new manufacturing facilities there? We help manufacturers find off-market sites and get financial incentive bids from local governments when they expand. For a company like blah, 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 not sure if you're limited to the United States for new sites, but there is a few sustainable manufacturing incentives, blah, blah, blah. Happy to share reports on how, whether you're eligible for these incentives at no cost. Simply reply yes, and I'll prepare a report to see what incentives you're eligible for. Now, this is the kind of email that we can send at scale to every single company that's actively expanding. Now, of course, for the purpose of this demo, I think this is not a representative in our sample size, but if you have a company list of 10,000, 5,000 companies, imagine the kind of scale at which you can hit those prospects with relevant outreach. And on top of that, you can target a couple of people within those companies. So for example, let's say heads of expansion or heads of logistics or heads of operations and so on. And that will mean that we could send quite bigger volumes as well. Now, if you want this exact workflow, I can copy and paste the exact templates that I've used for this, and I can show you how to do it yourself. So feel free to opt in for that, and I will share that across with you. Cheers.
Now, if you want to copy and paste this entire workflow for your business and figure out a way to basically pull real-time company news and reach out on the basis of that to your target prospects, all you have to do is comment "wow" underneath wherever you're watching this. And in return, I'll send you a step-by-step guide that walks you through how to do this. And trust me, if it does not live up to the hype, then you can literally message me on LinkedIn and I'll jump on a call with you and I'll walk you through step-by-step how you can do it yourself. So comment down below the word "wow" and I'll send it across to you as soon as I can. Cheers.